As we continue to show our support for Men's Health Month, we have a special guest in studio who stepped up to the mound and threw the first pitch at the A's game last week against the Houston Astros. He was also hitting a home run for prostate cancer awareness. We are so lucky to be joined by George Evans. Thank you so much for being on our show today.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for bringing your jersey. You want to show that off? Look at that. There
Yes.
it is right there. Turn around. We got to get the full thing. There we go.
Okay.
Who's number 25? Who's that?
That was just a number that they put on there.
Oh, okay, perfect. We love that. Okay. But that must have been an exciting day for you.
Very exciting. I was very honored and pleased to be able to represent prostate survivors.
We're going to get to that story in just a second, but I just want to know about your diagnosis and starting out. So how old were you when you first started showing symptoms and noticing that maybe something wasn't right?
I was 22. Basically, I had an enlarged prostate after a visit with my doctor, and because of that, we did the PSA test. The PSA test normally shows that if anything above the number 4 is something that you need to look at. And then mine's at that time was 16. So that made me concerned about, okay, well, let's go ahead and have some more tests done.
Yeah.
And I did a biopsy, and it showed signs of cancer. And basically, that's when we started doing the research of finding out exactly what treatment I would want to have.
Sorry, so you were diagnosed at 22?
At 22.
Oh my gosh. Did that?
No, in 2022.
Oh, sorry, 2022.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Sorry, that was like, oh my gosh, that's so young. But okay, so 2022. So, okay, did that diagnosis, did it really surprise you? Were you like, oh my gosh, devastated to hear that it's cancer?
Yes, it is, because the only problems that I was having problems with urinating, and basically sometimes it would be often, and then sometimes it would be hard to sit back and use the restroom. And basically that made me want to see a doctor, and that was the signs that led to checking my prostate and finding out that it was enlarged. And from there on, we just went through the process of the biopsy. Once I decided to have the biopsy, and once the biopsies did show cancer, that's when I had to make a decision whether I was going to have radiation treatment, chemotherapy, or whether I was going to have a surgically remove my prostate. So that was a big decision, but I was blessed in the sense that I had a lot of people who were, you know, advising me as to what I needed to do. As far as we have a prostate support group out of the Bay Area, which I had sat back and got some advice from Dr. Palmer, and she was very, very instrumental in helping me make my final decision to have radiation instead of having my prostate removed.
Okay. And, you know, a lot of predominantly black men are diagnosed with prostate cancer at a very young age these days, which is really scary.
Yes.
Does that alarm you too, to know that that population is really at risk for this kind of cancer? Yes,
it kind of surprised me, because until I was diagnosed back in 2022, I had no idea that basically I was even possibly going to be affected by prostate cancer, or any cancer for that matter. So basically after that, I definitely sat back, and it surprised me and made me want to go ahead and do some research.
And talk to your family members, right? You know,
definitely.
No, you got to get checked out too.
Yeah, and basically I'm part of a group right now, and what we try to do is bring prostate cancer awareness to African American men, and basically let them know that basically you should be getting checked at least once a year once you get the age of 40 and older. And that made me feel like I was doing my part to help, because so many people have reached out to help me and gave me the benefit of their knowledge. And that's what, you know, it really calmed me down and made me feel more confident about what choice I was going to make as far as my treatment. And it's really important that we seek knowledge.
Absolutely. Educate yourself. We got to talk about this game, okay? So how did this even come about?
Oh, wow. I was sitting in the doctor's office, and he was really happy with my results of the last PSA test that I had, because it was 0.4, less than 4 for sure.
There
but
it is, yeah.
It made me feel good. He felt good, and we kind of just had a good conversation. He asked me, hey, how would you like to go to an A's game? I sat back and said, yeah, okay. And then he dropped it on me how would you like to throw out the first pitch? And I said, oh, okay.
Oh, sure.
Sure, why not, you know? And from there, it just led on to a great time, a great opportunity, met a lot of nice people. And
you got to meet the players too, right?
I got
to meet,
yes, definitely the third baseman, because he's the one that caught the pitch that I threw out, and at the same time, it led me to sit back and maybe just be able to sit back and feel better about people who are suffering with prostate cancer. So,
yeah. What a blessing.
Yes,
right?
it was.
Yes, and we're so glad that you're still here. You look great, too. How
Thank
are you
you very
feeling
much.
these days?
I feel
Good?
wonderful.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that I do have prostate cancer, I had to change some things. I had to change my diet. I had to exercise more. I had to worry about making sure that I wasn't causing myself to become sick by stressing out, because stress can cause you some problems.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you so much, George, for
Thank
coming on
you.
our show and show off that jersey again one more time.
There you go.
That's right. Show off that A's pride right
Yes,
here.
yes,
Thank you so much.